as you probably already heard, this is really big, and so your families are going to be worried about you. If you haven't contacted them, I encourage you to do that. Various people have cell phones. Some people have internet. In a minute, Alexis is going to give a kind of a update on utilities, but I just wanted to briefly say a few things. Like Rick said, there'll be breakfast here at 8 a.m. ZK's more or less getting back to normal, so that'll try to be on track, but if you want to help out with food, please talk to Delish. I should have said that. It's okay to go into the walk-in. ZK is pretty normal. In terms of sleeping tonight, most residences, well, all residences are okay to sleep in, barring possible aftershocks. We understand from the news aftershocks might happen up to like 4 or 4.5, but that's a much, much lower, non-problematic kind of an earthquake, and they might not even happen. If you're worried, please feel free to camp outside. Some people are outside beachside or outside your residence or wherever, up at the pavilion, whatever. Also, there's room for 8 people to sleep at Corbs, and if you feel like that would be very a secure feeling for you, please talk to Helena. But basically, all toilets are okay except for Kauai and Neshoba, which don't have water, and there'll be more about that later. Does anybody know, has anybody heard from Cameron? He's the only kind of unaccounted for. Okay, thank you. Good. If you feel inclined to help out getting things back to normal with like techie stuff, utility stuff, you can talk to McCune or Alexis or Christian or Sapphire or Red. I said already, talk to Delish about food. You can certainly help the cleanup effort in your own area, but in particular, Neshoba could use some help to Chai and Oneida, and just look around. If your area is more or less, a little bit cleaned up, some places really need a lot of help. Alexis is going to say some utility stuff, and then if anybody else has something to share.
Okay, a brief review of the utilities situation such as I understand it. Regarding buildings, as she said, as far as we know, the wooden buildings are fine. They might shake. It's hard to imagine that they would fall over. The one exception is modern times. That building is extremely unstable at this point, even a minor aftershock, and the whole thing, a lot of shit could fall down. Please stay away from that building. We think we're going to be able to get the electricity on in all the buildings, possibly not Kauai or Yano tonight. Please do not turn on the electricity on your own. What we're doing is we're going through everybody's bedroom to make sure there's not a lamp laying on a bed, so when we turn the electricity back on, it starts a fire or something. So Sapphire is primarily working on that, but we're going room by room, building by building. We think we're going to get it all on tonight. Kauai, we don't know about. There's some more significant problems with Kauai. We don't know how quickly that's going to be worked out.
Both sides of the house?
What's that?
Both sides of the house?
Yes.
Beachside is worse.
Both sides have problems.